तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। वंदे गुरोर्मंडलम। शिवोहम। In the last session, we learnt about the importance of navel, issues arising in sadhana because of its weakness, blockages and dislocation. Some of you report that you have some symptoms of navel chakra weakness, but using the method you aren't able to see the dislocation. Well, this is definitely possible and I will reply to select queries on my blog. Here we are discussing Shiv Swaroday, therefore our focus has to be on the text at hand. If you are first time visitor here and sincerely want to improve your knowledge of Swar Vigyan, I would suggest you please watch this series from the beginning. Our team has created a playlist where you can access all the lessons of Shiv Swaroday. Alright, let's get back to the text. We have till now understood that there are thousands of nadis in our body. As per this scripture, that number is 72,000. Further, it was about the relative importance of these nadis. You have learned that among 72,000 nadis, 24 nadis are said to be important. Among these 24, there are 10 nadis that are still more important. Now we move to the next verse, that is the 36th verse. And that states that तासा मध्ये दशश्रेष्ठा दशानां तिस्र उत्तमाः इडा च पिंगला चैव सुषुम्ना च तृतीयका. It means that of all the nadis, 10 are very important, and among these 10, 3 are the most important nadis. The name of these 3 nadis are Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. So here we are introduced to the most important nadis, and around them are woven the beginner's practices of Swar Yoga. The question may be asked, why only 3 are the most important out of 24 nadis or 72,000 nadis? The answer to that question is, these 3 nadis, Ida, Pingala and Sushumna, are the ones that control all other nadis. In other words, we can say that from these 3 nadis arise all other nadis. They are like root nadis. These are both Pranvahika as well as Manovahika nadis. We will be understanding more about these 3 nadis in the upcoming sessions. Let's also know the other 7 nadis through 37th verse. And it states that गांधारी हस्तिजीवा च पूषा चैव यशस्विनी अलम्बूषा कुहुश्चैव शंखिनी दशमी तथा. This verse is giving us the names of other 7 nadis, that are Gandhari, Hastijiva, Pusha, Yashaswini, Alambusha, Kuhu and Shankhini. We have already discussed briefly that according to yoga philosophy, we are not just physical body, but our being is made up of 5 bodies known as Panchkosha. We also understand these 5 koshas as 5 layers of 5 sheaths. The 5 bodies in the Panchakosha are Annamaya Kosh or physical body, Pranamaya Kosh or energy body, Manomaya Kosh or mind body, Vijnanamaya Kosh or knowledge body, and Anandamaya Kosh or bliss body. The nadis and chakras are present in the Pranamaya Kosh, that is the energy body. In fact, if we refer to some other yoga books, we will find the number of important nadis is given as 14. The other 4 nadis that are talked about in some yoga books are Saraswati, Payaswini, Varuni and Shivodhari. As Swar Yoga practitioner, we are more interested in pran body rather than the physical body because of 2 reasons. The first reason is that energy body is like a conduit present between the physical body and the mind body. So it affects both of our bodies. When we work to cleanse the nadis, we work on our energy body. Thus, our physical body and mind body are also affected positively. Some people wrongly take pranayam, nadi shodhan, tattva shuddhi and other such practices connected to physical body. But these pranayam and pratyahar etc. are aimed to particularly work on our energy body. With stabilized energy body, the mind starts to become stable and the senses start to move inwards, giving access to the knowledge body within us. This knowledge body is the seat of wisdom, intuition, sanskars, awareness and gross consciousness. The goal of Swar Yogi is to tap the knowledge body in wakeful meditation. The real meditation or dhyan begins when we are able to transcend the physical body and the mind body. When the connection is set with the knowledge body, dhyan or meditation begins. You should be clear that Swar Yoga is an added practice for Tattva Shakti Vignan practitioner. With the methods that are given out in your Diksha and Swar Yoga practices, you are essentially working on your energy body, and through these you cleanse your physical body as well. How? Because all these nadis are connected to different regions of our body. Therefore, all these practices of energy body are being taken up as the means to stabilize our mind body and gain prolonged access to our knowledge body. Only through prolonged access to Vijnanmay you can know the reality. Through this accomplishment, one can become Trikaladarshi if one wishes to. But hold on. What is your goal? I'll come to that, but before that, once again, let me emphasize that the two nadis that are Ida and Pingla are the controllers with proficiency in Swar Yoga. We align our lifestyle around these two nadis, and through this, proactively, we activate the Sushumna Nadi, thereby gain access to the higher bodies like knowledge body and bliss body. That is Vijnanmay Kosh and Anandmay Kosh. The bliss body is the bottomless reservoir of pure love, joy and peace, and raising our consciousness to this bliss body is the goal of every human being. The goal is to contribute our actions in this world blissfully, in complete awareness of who we are. Yes. After all, what does this world need? What does one seek? An uninterrupted flow of joy, love and peace. That's all for today. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I bow down to the divine sitting in your hearts. Shivoham.